Well, what I hear over and over again is that the average person feels completely disconnected from politics, and I can't, for the life of me, work out why.
I could offer a suggestion.
Oh, I thought you might. Go on. As bonkers as it may be, it does provide some relief to the boredom listening to you go on your jaunty journeys through the forests of forbidden falsehoods.
Global news, the global conversation, even national news, exists primarily as a to and fro between the political and the media classes. It's a self-fulfilling, self-perpetuating system that is left unsullied by the input or interests of the average person, as you call them, leaving them, or us, feeling completely disconnected.
There you go, bashing us politicians as usual. We really are the most persecuted breed of human in modern society. Look, we're elected on a manifesto, which, like all of our good predecessors, we try desperately to avoid enacting. Then we faff about a bit, trying to adapt to the changing situations. And, it's the media's job to hold us to account and report back to the people. Where's your problem?
First of all, the media no longer report facts and incidences for the public to digest. They push narratives that are often contrary to their own personal behaviour. Take, for instance, your infamous Christmas gatherings while the common folk were locked down and forced to only allow 13 people to attend a funeral. Some of the media pushed against it hard, but others were surprisingly gentle in their criticism, almost certainly because they also attended these parties and were equally culpable. But even those in the media who did attack it wholeheartedly did so on the issue of hypocrisy, which, don't get me wrong, is nauseating and usually important.
Yeah, I prefer to call it varying degrees of standard and regulation.
But in this circumstance, they should have been highlighting the fact that you guys clearly didn't think there was much danger. You certainly weren't in the grips of the fear that's been promulgated by the political media machine.
Political media machine. Listen to him.
That didn't fit their narrative, so it's not been mentioned. If there's one thing we know about politicians, they're definitely selfish enough to want to keep themselves alive and look after their own loved ones. So their flippancy with the rules speaks volumes and is something that should have been honed in on by attentive critical media.
First of all, I've explained all of this enough times. It was a work do.
Yeah, but what about these new emails asking invitees to bring their own booze? That was days after this work do, at which Carrie Simmons also attended. What's she got to do with the government?
I shan't be explaining myself again, least of all to you. But returning to your previous theory, you appear to be painting Joe Public as a bunch of bimlos who can't work out anything themselves via, logical inference.
Not at all, Boris. In fact, I'm saying the opposite. We can see events and evidence ourselves from which we form our own narratives, which the media completely ignores, spinning a different story instead. Which the government then reacts to, and the merry-go-round starts once again, leaving us, the voter, the average person, completely out of the loop and disconnected.
I'm not really sure what you're getting at.
When the media says that Boris Johnson's under growing pressure as Omicron cases surge, where's that pressure coming from? The public? No. No one knows what the public thinks. They're referring to themselves. They are putting the government under pressure. The media. The government then react to this pressure, then the media spin a new story. Us voters are surplus to requirements within this system. It's a ping-pong fantasy between two groups who don't even believe in their own fanatical stories. They're having parties instead.
Another low blow.
And that's why they're disconnected.
No, it's because they're all a bunch of right-wing conspiracy nutcases, like your good self. Get us some tonic water, will you please?